I don't know, guys. Why is this thing upside down? All I know is this. I may be upside down, but I got something to say. This world seems so crazy all the time. My world's turned upside down. Maybe we could flip it back around, though. Oh, yeah. Out here on this cold afternoon, trying to find a way to make things look normal. This world's insane right now, though, so you know what I figure? It's time to realize, just like other spiritual people said, and Zen Buddhists said, and especially the Hindus and yogis, it's time to realize, you see, that this is nothing but a dance. The struggling with Maya or illusion and all of the things in this world can become something enjoyable. They can become something playful. They become a dance that you use your powers and your intellect and your wisdom and your creative energy to play with, to create beauty, peace, love, to create whatever is necessary, not only for yourself, but for the betterment of humanity. It's nothing but a dance. Question: are you willing to dance? Seriously. Are you really willing to reduce your pain, your suffering, all of your struggles to get what you want? Reduce them to nothing but a game where your struggles are not life and death issues. Your struggle is just play, using creative ways to do things, striving to reach higher just for the fun of it to see if you can, using problems and things like that to create new tactics. Because you see, that is how this world was meant to be. We came in here as very intelligent, powerful beings in order to take on these bodies and come into this world, not in order to suffer or die, but to learn through play. So are you living out your life here on earth, or are you wasting your time locked up into some craziness where you are trying to attain more power than others because you feel bad about the mind and body that you have here on earth? We are eternal beings. We don't only exist on earth like some people would have us believe and then die and go into oblivion as if we never existed, because that's pretty silly actually, because if that was the case, we just starve to death. Who would care? If we just died and went into oblivion, what would it mean? Who would care? Who would care if we did anything on the earth? Who would care if we had family and friends? We'd just be a blip and gone. So that to me seems like foolishness. No, we go back where we came from and then return. We return over and over and again if we would like to. Some of us return ourselves because we look back at the world and we see how we lived, and we look at the fact that we caused damage out of our ignorance. So we plan a life that will allow us to make up for that damage. And sometimes we plan the life so that we cannot make the mistake again. We plan it by physical disabilities, mental incapacities, race, gender, ethnicities, and where we're placed, so that we cannot go in the wrong direction. And we have to go in the right direction to create a better world, you see. Because as a higher being, we are not afraid. We know what we are and who we are. We judge ourselves righteously because when we enter into this body and we explore the world, that part of ourselves that is sending us here is not separate from us. It is here with us also, seeing and sensing and feeling and experiencing our hearts. And if we are intelligent enough, if we become spiritual enough, we are able to connect with that part of ourselves on the higher realm. And the way that we do that is through the representatives, the symbols of various gods and goddesses that come to us from the depths of our own minds and souls. Those gods and goddesses are actually higher parts of ourselves, you see. That is what has been missing in all of these religions and spiritualities, the realization that the God you are talking to is a dominant part of yourself. And if this God is a dickhead, that proves that a dominant part of yourself is a dickhead. And through the realization of this on earth, you have the opportunity to save the God as you save yourself from the negative characteristics of some symbol of a God that you have accepted. This is deep, blasphemous in some circles, but if you look deep enough in philosophy books and books on spirituality, I'm sure that you will find something to corroborate this. In my case, I have learned through years of meditation, contemplation, and experience